So my name is Ivana Drobnjak. I'm a professor in computational healthcare at the Department of Computer Science at UCL.
What do you love about computer science?
What I love about computer science is that it kind of helps us extend our own brain into a digital format. Really kind of helps us with some from simple calculations to very complex calculations and complex data processing and in general information processing, so that we can kind of from there derive much more higher level interpretations about life. Because I feel that our own brain sometimes not kind of big enough to crunch all these kind of different information.
What research are you currently working on?
So I work in computational healthcare, which is really an area in which we develop mathematical and computational techniques to address some of the major problems in healthcare. So for example, one of the very important areas is to support clinicians in decision-making and designing new treatments. And so using some computational models, we can actually process the data of patients and then make predictions about their kind of outcomes in regards to their condition, and then based on these outcomes, then clinician can tailor certain treatments for patients. So that is kind of one example. So one of the main computational techniques I use in my research is artificial intelligence, because it allows for processing of many different types of data and large quantities of data to make models that can predict many different kind of outcomes. And in particular, I'm interested in making these artificial intelligence models trustworthy. And to do that, we need to create models that are non-biased, that are transparent, explainable, that are sustainable. To do that, I work with UNESCO and United Nations. In general, in the world, there are many researchers like me which are very interested in that area. And so we are working together in exploring different techniques in which we can achieve that and make AI truly trustworthy and able to be used in healthcare, but also wider for other applications.
How can we encourage more girls and women to study computer science?
It's extremely important to have more women and girls studying computer science. And the reason for that is that AI is kind of shaping the way we live our lives, and it's very much shaping and going to be shaping our future. And right now, what we have found in our research is, for example, that AI is very biased, especially towards women and girls. And one of the reasons for that is that the designers of AI are mainly men. So right now, in the AI teams around the world, there are maybe just around 20% women, and when we go higher up in the leadership, it's below 10%. So it is really, really important to have more women at the design team and development teams of AI and computer science in general. What we need to do is kind of go almost like much earlier and get girls interested at a much younger age into this area. And one of the best ways we found to do that is to actually show how computer science can be used for many, many different things in life. Being a computer scientist doesn't just mean sitting in a corner kind of, and developing the code, which is sometimes a misconception and perception of computer science. Computer science can be used in healthcare, can be used in law, can be used in finance, really anywhere. It's a branch that offers extreme kind of interdisciplinarity, application, and this is what I think we need to show the girls, because on average, girls are, what we've seen from our own experience and from some research, on average, girls are very interested, very keen on areas which offer application, which offer kind of tangible feeling of impact onto the world and the environment around them. And what we need to show them is with computer science that's actually extremely possible to do, and the computer science offers itself very naturally for that.
Did you ever think twice about studying computer science because of the gender imbalance?
So I actually studied mathematics originally for my undergraduate degree, and before that, when I was in primary school, secondary school, I studied mathematics. I did study computer science from when I was in secondary school. It kind of became combined with mathematics. Originally, I was just an extremely keen gamer. You know, I absolutely loved games, and I used to play a lot of computer games. And then that kind of gaming went into coding. And then when I started doing my master's, I started doing more and more computer science, and I just realized that to do kind of applied work, computer science is just essential. So being a woman never really entered into my mind. I was very, very lucky to be born in a country, in an environment where being a woman was not a factor when deciding what you wanted to do. So I really never thought about it.
What advice do you have for young women and girls who are thinking about studying computer science?
So my advice would be that in computer science there are so many different areas that are computer science. From coding to software engineering, designing and creating kind of computer science at the kind of borderline, human-computer interaction. There's a whole area in computer science called human-computer interaction, which is a lot to do about design and understanding the humans and how we operate and how do we create technology for them. Then there's areas with applied computer science where you can really absolutely endless number of applications. And within each of those areas, we could be doing a range of different things, from coding to designing, developing. It's a range of options. And I think during your degree, I think you should try all of those different things with full heart and let your kind of feelings guide you at what you really love. Then once you find that thing that you really, really love, my advice is to become a master at it, like become brilliant at it. That's really important, because that combination of what you love and being brilliant at it will give you that kind of just feeling of momentum that will guide you in life. And I think at this stage, especially when you're a student, those two are the most important things to discover and then take further later for life.